Hello everyone, Minute Plus Meditation, Wednesday, July the 21st. And he told them many things in parables, saying, Listen, a sower went out to sow, and as he sowed, some seeds fell on the path, and the birds of the air ate them up. Other seeds fell on rocky ground where they did not have much soil, and they sprang up quickly, since they had no depth of soil. But when the sun rose, they were scorched, and since they had no root, they withered away. Other seed fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked them. Other seeds fell on good soil and brought forth grain, some 100, 60, and 30. Let anyone who has ears to hear. This is so profound. It's such an insight into the human heart, into the human soul. There's 4 types of souls our Lord identifies. First of all, he sowed some seeds and fell on a path, and the birds ate it up. This is the superficial soul, the superficial person who wants no depth. And this is by choice. This is not the person who doesn't know better, sincerely doesn't know better. But this is a person who, by their decisions in life, in effect, lead themselves to be totally on the surface. And perhaps you've met somebody like that. Pray for them, because they won't allow anything to go below the surface. Because why? It'll cause them to actually make a solid decision or make a sacrifice, die to themselves. These people tend to be quite narcissistic in life. And then other seeds fell on rocky ground where they did not have much soil. They sprang up quickly since they had no depth of soil. But then the sun rises, and because there is no depth, the seed is destroyed. So these are people who have a little bit of depth, but anytime there's a deeper commitment required of them, they'll go like maybe out of 10, they'll go to 4 or 5, but something calls them to 6 or even 10. No, it requires too much sacrifice, too much pain, too much. When I talk about pain, I don't mean the pain of cancer or the pain of, losing, your sight or something like that, or pain of a heart operation. I mean the pain of living according to the truth. I mean the pain of denying yourself and living the full reality of the gospel. Being clean of heart, being chaste, saying no to things because they're just poison, they're bad, they're garbage, they're filth. And we have to identify things like that in life, and it will cost us. Or standing up for the church amongst people who are just, dumping and trashing the church because of the sins of human beings in the church, which, we don't want to excuse. We also want to be careful. Can't excuse them, but we also want to be careful how we speak about this stuff, because where but for the grace of God go any one of us. So other seeds fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked them. These are people who are overly involved in what other people think about them. They cave into the sin of human respect. They're so concerned about what others think, or they won't bring their attachments into alignment with God's will. So they become overly attached. They'll spend hours on the internet rather than get off their keister and go and pray. Deny themselves and go play with their children. Deny themselves and go, be with their spouse. I've known people who have left their marriages because they met somebody on the internet they didn't even know. And they left their marriages. It's like, whoa, come on. Like, are you crazy? Go connect with your spouse. Go connect with real people. I mean, the internet's a beautiful tool, but it can also be an alleyway to poison and death if we're not careful, if we allow these attachments to be inordinate, out of alignment with God's will. So use the internet as a tool. Use it as an opportunity to perhaps to connect to people across the world and so on. Beautiful, beautiful when that happens. But all these other things, no. Lord, you're my first. You're my only, and I want to use this always in a proper way. So to align our attachments, we all have attachments. It's just a matter of what our attachments are, right? And then other seed fell among good soil, some 100, 60, 30. These are the people who are properly disposed to God's will. They're willing to make sacrifices. They want to grow deeper, at different paces, but they want to grow deeper, and they should be asking God every morning. This is one of the things that I pray for every morning. Lord, help me to be a man after your own heart, like David was. You can say that if you're a woman. It doesn't matter. Help me to be a man after your own heart, and help me to be a man of desires, like Daniel was in the Old Testament. Again, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. Say, I want to be a woman after your own heart, like Esther was, this great, great woman in the Old Testament. And help me to never get used to you. Help me never to get bored with you. Because we can be bored with God. We can think God isn't important or God is irrelevant. He's the furthest thing from. And Lord, help me to start today like yesterday's totally gone, tomorrow may never be here. Today's a new day. Help me to really live this way. So I encourage you to make that a simple prayer that you start with every day and really try to live it out so that you're like the last kind of soil, 100, 60, 30. God bless you.